Excuse me?
Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide to stay?
I guess, yeah.
All right, well, you just stay right there then. And you just stay and stand.
Why aren't you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last year?
No, he's not. He's not a U.S. employee.
This is a public institution.
Did Elon Musk hire you?
Who do you work for?
Who do you work for?
Are you not aware of?
Are you even who do you work for?
I'm a federal employee working for the education.
The leftist meltdowns have reached an all-time high today. Boy, oh boy, today was a sight to see outside of the Department of Education, where crazy radical Democrats staged a protest, what almost could be described as an insurrection, but what was really just a photo op, to try to make it look like they're doing something, to try to make it look like they're standing up for kids, when in reality, these people are scrambling. It's like when you turn the lights on and the cockroaches start running everywhere. That is what is happening in Washington, D.C. right now. And these people are going crazy. They're going fanatical. They're frantic, because a lot of their money is about to start running dry. You see a lot of these government programs, including programs within the Department of Education. A lot of this money, we're talking billions upon billions of dollars, folks. Billions upon billions of dollars, taxpayer dollars. They're not really going to these programs. They're somehow, some way, ending up in politicians' pockets. Most of these politicians being Democrats, but there are some on the right as well. I will definitely acknowledge that. Some people won't, but I will acknowledge that here. But for the most part, what you see is the Democrats panicking, because most of these agendas that they've put forth over the past decade or so, they've all been about, they've all been basically schemes. How can we send money here for this or that and skim some off of the top? Or sometimes the money never even goes where it's supposed to go in the first place. It never winds up in the people's hands that it belongs to. No, it winds up in the hands of members of Congress, so they can buy fancy homes and fancy cars and pretend like they're doing something for the American public, just like they're doing outside of the Department of Education today. They're out there kicking and screaming because they are being absolutely gutted from the inside out. The corruption is being exposed, and these people can't handle it. And they're making themselves look like ravenous fools. I want to go ahead and show you the scene outside of the Department of Education today as these screechy, whiny Democrats sit out there yelling at the top of their lungs, going crazy because now the millions upon millions of dollars that were somehow finding, their way into these people's pockets, now it's not going to find its way in their pockets anymore, and they know that. So they're not going to go down without a fight. They're going to go down kicking and screaming, just like they did today outside of the Department of Education. Let's roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
Do they know that we're here?
Max, ask the question again. That's important.
Were you told, are you making this decision to stand in front of this door on your own behalf, on behalf of the Department of Education, or were you told to come out here and block members of Congress and go at the desk?
I'm doing my job.
So everybody's
What is that?
We're doing our jobs.
We're trying to save you.
It's a non-responsive.
Show them your ID. Were you told to stand here, or did you decide to stand here and block members of Congress from entering the Department of Education?
To federal buildings.
He's a security
rules.
We're allowed in there.
So a private security contractor
Do you know who members of Congress are?
members of Congress.
We're all members of Congress.
Maybe he doesn't understand.
A private security contractor is making the decision to block members of Congress from a public access entrance.
I don't think he knows.
You have the authority as a private security contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk.
Yeah.
Too many guns out.
Oh my, look at that. Who told you to do this? Open the door.
I'll see you now.
So do you understand who members of Congress are?
And you don't
who
care.
are we then?
I got the job right there.
You don't care.
We have a job to do.
We're not dangerous people. We're not, I don't know, security. There are no thieves and thugs out here. We're members of Congress. We're parents. We're teachers.
Each of us.
There's our ID, right there.
We were elected to do this.
This is our
I've
job.
never seen one.
This is our job. We're doing our job.
Oh wow.
You're securing this building against who?
Members of Congress.
Who are you
The people.
protecting in
Against
this?
members of the people's
So
house
this is the
represent the
beginning of
people.
full transparency of this administration.
That's right.
The administration that talked about they're going to open the doors to all of these things and show the American public what is going on. They
Transparency.
won't even open the door to this building to
Go to the
members of
visitor
Congress.
desk.
We are not posing any threat here. No, we are not dangerous people. We have not done
won't even
anything.
let us
We're
talk to
trying
the
to
Department of
request
Education.
a meeting, and they won't. They have a private security contractor who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
So Congresswoman Hayes, what you're saying is they allow billionaires and his minions to come in
I don't
to
know
this
who
building.
he is. I don't know who he is, but I know who I am.
allow-
And I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities trying to request a meeting, and a private security contractor is not allowing me to enter the building.
They allow billionaires to go in this building, but not the people's representatives. They allow billionaires and their cronies to go in, but not. There's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress, the people's representatives, are not allowed in. This is not transparency.
They're locking our kids out.
Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security. We are members of Congress here to talk with the Department of Education, and they're treating
The
us.
kids deserve to have us
Yes,
go in and fight for
absolutely.
them.
This is appalling.
Children of this country deserve that battle.
This is a public institution. This is not Russia.
Let the camera see him. Let the camera see him. This man here.
We are members of Congress.
Come in.
They're
and
blocking
I want you
us.
to see this man here, who is a federal employee. He told
No,
us.
he's not.
Are you a federal employee? Huh?
Yes.
No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him. We raise money to make sure that we have a Department of Education. Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them to be here. He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here. All access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody stand back.
All right, so this is the Department of Education. You've got members.
Look, I don't know who that guy is guarding the door, but he needs a damn raise. Give that man however much money he requires, because he damn sure deserves it. Sitting out there for hours on end while these woke idiots scream and screech in your face, while these corrupt bozos yell and scream in your face because now they've been found out. Now they've been exposed. The corruption, it's all being exposed. And this guy has to sit out there in front of that door and take the brunt of these people's anger as they realize that, hey, they're not going to be able to afford that second house anymore. Maybe they're going to have to get rid of this car or that car because a lot of the money they planned on coming in, it ain't coming in no more. The Department of Education will no longer be part of their little schemes to collect money off the top. You know what I mean? That's literally what this all is about. That's what the uproar is about. The Democrats aren't getting mad because, certain things are happening that's going to affect the American people. The Democrats don't care about the American people. They've made that very clear. They do not like America. They despise America. You think they care about the education that your kid is getting? No, the only thing they care about is, hey, wait, we're no longer going to be able to have drag queen story hour? We can no longer have books in our libraries that shows dudes blowing other dudes? We can no longer teach your kids about all of this sexual stuff? Oh my God, all of this money can no longer be used to corrupt your kids and brainwash them? That's what they're upset about. They're not upset that anything that's good or constructive for your children is being removed. Hell no. And that's just been blatantly obvious when you look at the stuff that they push. So when you see them out there screaming and hollering, understand that's because Trump is being effective when it comes to what he is doing. When you see the left screaming and hollering, that means you're over the target. That means you're doing the right thing. You got to understand that the Democrats live in what I would call opposite day world, where men are women and women are men, and the truth is fake and lies are the truth. You know, they don't live in actual reality, folks. It's really that cut and dry, plain and simple. So when you see them saying something's bad, 9 times out of 10, it's actually good for the American people. And when you see them saying that something's good for the American people, 9 times out of 10, it's something absolutely horrible. But for now, you guys let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.